Greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the time period of January 21st to the 31st, 2018. Welcome new subscribers to my channel. I really appreciate your support here, okay? Thank you so much for the comments, for the liking, for everything. I really appreciate you. I try to make sure that I get back to the compliments and the comments that you write. I make sure that I get to everybody. There are a lot of you, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to channel into your energy first, and then I am going to move into the cards, okay? Oh, interesting. I'm actually getting something already. I didn't even. All right. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, January 21st to the 31st, 2018. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So I get something is missing. I was actually hearing that before I even allow myself to drift for a little bit. I get something is missing. I get an aunt. So your aunt could be your aunt is missing, or something is missing pertaining to a relationship to an aunt. It could be a connection, coming to like a, what do you call it? Finding a point, like coming to some type of resolution in an argument, some type of situation like that. But I was getting that literally somebody's missing. It has to do with money. There could be money. It could be that. It could be the reason why someone is missing if it's your actual aunt. But I get someone who, in general, they're like a sister to you. So it's actually literally it's your sister that is missing, or it's an aunt, some type of motherly like figure, some type of guardian angel like woman that you've known either all your life or for some time. You're finding out that they're missing. I get blamed for something with this energy. And when I was reading for Leo, they did get Virgo, they did get your energy in the mentality. And I did say blame, I did get that you may be blamed for something, and I get involvement, like you're involved with something, pertaining to the disappearance or the fact that someone is missing or the fact that money is missing, whatever the situation is here. This could just be as simple as, you live with your parents, and maybe your mom is like, oh, where's the $5 bill I put on the bed, or where's the $10 bill I put on the dresser, and you're like, oh, I just grabbed it, but you're thinking that it's okay. But they're like, no, I want my money back. It's not okay. That doesn't give you the right, just because we're friends, just because we're family members, it doesn't give you the right to just take up whatever belongs to me and not ask my permission. So that may be where the relationship between you and a motherly-like figure, you and a sister, you and whoever, and an aunt, there's an actual aunt that's missing, or the connection, there's somebody's literally, they're missing, or your stuff is missing, and you're like, you're questioning your sisters, or you're on the outside looking into you're getting questioned about your involving money, involving the disappearance or a missing person, or a missing person's report with this kind of energy, okay? Or you are that person that is missing, or you could have left and you went somewhere. But I get something about void checks. So something about a void check may be really important to you. Maybe I get a trickster like energy with this. So I don't know if you gave somebody a void check. I don't know if you wrote somebody. I get like perjury. There's something going on here with perjury, and forwarding signatures with this kind of energy. You could have written, or somebody else could have written you a void. Like they could have given you a check that it was a fake check, and you go and you cash it, and you're like, what the hell is going on here? Or you actually gave somebody a void check, and they're going after you for some reason. That's why I said, what's going on with my stuff? What's going on with my money? Or somebody's questioning you about your involvement here pertaining to some type of fake stuff, pertaining to some type of fake money. I get a monopoly kind of vibe too as well, that you could be, this could be how you, like, something is monopolizing, or something is monopolized with this kind of energy, okay? Or you're literally playing Monopoly. And something is just time consuming for you. And I get, you just don't want people are playing with your money, is the feeling. I knew I was going to end up going there. People are playing with your money, and that's, you either want to sue, you either want to, I get you're trying to regain success here with this kind of energy, but you have like other responsibilities that they're coming at you, and you're like, I don't want to be bothered with this. You know what I mean? It could be a baby. It could be like you're trying to make money, And I get scheme. Like, you may be trying to make money for somebody here in a very unscrupulous way. And it's kind of like, maybe you have to watch your brother, or maybe you have to watch your sister, or help somebody find something, whatever the situation is, help grandma find her teeth. It's just an example. And you're trying to like dig it. You're trying to get money, like your void checks. You're trying to, like those checks that come in the mail, but they're fake. I don't know. Somebody maybe that you're either involved with doing that, like scam schemes, or somebody that they're trying to get you to do that with them, or you're the victim of that. Like, you're receiving fake checks in the mail, and you're like using your intuition. Like, should I cash this, or what should I do with this? Should I rip it up? Should I shred it? But it's like your mind. You're like, I want money. Like, you're like, I need money on the brain, money on the soul. Your soul, tapped into your soul to figure out how to get money here. So you're even like, should I cash this check? You're gonna put yourself at risk if you do cash it, but at the same time, it's like, what to do. All right. So, but it's all about money here. It's all about you're trying to borrow money from people that they don't want you to borrow it, or they're trying to borrow money for you, and they're like, you're like, I'm not having it. I'm trying to save, and you're like, somebody's making fake checks with this energy, whatever it is, or you're trying to find a missing person, or people are asking you about your involvement. Like, did you know this person? Where was she last seen? Where was he last seen? I get some a river. I know I just read Leo, something about a river bank. Something's going on in terms of a missing person and a river, or some type of river, a body of water. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Or maybe you're just on the boat. Wherever you are. I get Florida with this energy. Someone may have ended up in Florida somehow, or they traveled to Florida. You're going to Florida, or I get trapped. You're trapped. Like, you may be in a relationship with someone that they're going, like, you're going to like Florida, or if you live in the United States, you're traveling to Florida with someone that you either want to be with them, or you don't. But that's where the trap is feeling, or somebody's actually trapped, and they're in a whole. Leo was getting that somebody is in a totally different location, but they don't want to be there. Like, it's like they're trapped, or something is going on that's not right with this kind of energy. Okay. Feeling trapped, or you feel trapped. If you feel trapped, you want to travel, you want to go away. It could be you're financially trapped and you want to travel away from your family. I get what about your friends and manipulation? So your friends may be manipulating you into doing something that is risky in nature, and it involves money, it involves void checks, it involves scams, it involves some type of scheme, whatever it is. People are trying to drag you. I get dragged under. You may be, like I said, with your involvement, you may be getting dragged under pertaining to your involvement. And I'm getting a missing persons report, or a missing person. Like I did say, people are questioning you, like, what have you been doing? Who have you been talking to? Like, where is she? Where is he? Where'd they go last? Where were they seen last? With this kind of energy here. Okay. So there's a lot going on with you. And it involves money, saving money, making money, and you're just like, I'm just gonna throw myself and I'm just gonna put whatever, all my chips are on the table here. You're just like, I'm just gonna gamble. You may be traveling to gamble, but it may not be the good idea to do that. I get you're playing numbers. You may be playing lotto. You may be trying to, I get something about synchronicity as well with this. It's something about a numbers and synchronicity may be very important to you. Paying attention to synchronicities, that you're starting to wake up spiritually. And that is usually why you start seeing, triple digit numbers. Okay. Like 222, 111, 11111, or 4 ones and 5 and 3 5s or 3 3s, whatever the situation is here. But it's important because it has something to do with your life path, and it obviously has something to do with your destiny. So pay attention to those numbers. Okay. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, January 21st to the 31st, 2018. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm getting like a let's get together kind of feeling going on here. So but I get investigation as well. So there's a let's get together involving some type of investigation. I was saying that before. You're scared out of your mind because you're being asked questions. This could be a news reporter. I know Pisces was getting that. Could be a news reporter. Involving money, it has something to do with money. It has something to do, somebody disappeared or somebody left because of money. If you did, you could have left the job, or excuse me, You could have left a job and like you left people hanging. But there's like some you're involved with the fact that people are starting to ask you, where's my money? So if you're a boss or if you're a supervisor, people are like, where's my money? Where's my cut? And you're like, that's why you're like, I don't know what to do. And that maybe could be you you're trying to dip, you're trying to leave, but you don't want people to know where you're going with this kind of energy. Okay. All right, Virgo. So the card that's underneath you, the Babblerisha. I get like you're trying to make magic. You're trying to make something happen. Like you're just like poof, like magic. You're trying to make it happen. You're either trying to make something disappear, or you're trying to make something happen for you. So if you decide whichever works best for you. You do have the Ten of Water here. You got the water-like energy that you've been in disagreement with this energy here. And I keep getting the heist all the time. I was trying not to say it, but I just keep getting it all the time. And yes, it has something to do with money. It has something to do with, I get borrowing money. Cause I was saying that you were taking money off of somebody's dresser or taking money up without asking permission to do so in the home environment, or somebody's doing that for you, doing that to you. But I said for you. So somebody, like you're asking someone to steal something for you with this kind of energy, or you're taking money from someone in the home, like a grandpa, a grandma, a mother, a father, a sister, a brother with this kind of energy, and they're like, "Can you ask me first?" You're like, "You took the money, and are you gonna find me a way to pay me back? Are you gonna find a way to pay me back?" Or they're saying this to you with this kind of energy here. Okay, just ask before you take whatever it is. It could be food, it could be money, it could be sex toys. I don't know, whatever the situation is. Just ask before you take with this feeling. You have the Two of Air here. You're kind of like you're stuck what to do about this relationship here. You're biting off more than you can chew with this Two of Air energy. So whatever this acts before you take kind of energy is coming from at home. I don't feel any workplace situation. I feel like this is happening at home to you. But I get it's happening to you because you did it to somebody already in the home environment, and that's why I said you're biting off more than you can chew. This is kind of like somebody is basically like somebody's telling you, okay, I let you borrow my cookie jar. I let you have some of my cookies. Now you give me some of your chips, but you're taking advantage of the fact that somebody's actually giving you some of whatever it is. Like it could be food. Like I said, it could be food. It could be sex, toys. It could be clothing of some kind, or money. I was getting money first. It could be something pertaining to money, and they're like, are you going to pay me back? You bit off more than you can chew. You could be a parent, and this could be your kid is doing this. Your kid could be asking you for toys. You know what I mean? Or it's an adult situation where is 2 or 3 adults that you're living, like you cohabitate with here, and you're borrowing things from them that you're not asking them or they're not asking you. But whatever the situation is here, it also kind of feels like money. Like I said, you're biting off more than you can chew. You're rolling up to someone and can I borrow 10? Can I borrow 10? But then you're like bargaining with them with the Two of Air energy. You know, I'll give you 10 if I'll give you 10 more once I double this, once I get it back to you. So it feels like bets with this kind of energy, what you're doing with a water-like energy. You're doing bets here, about getting money back, but I get life. You're betting on somebody's life, but I get that missing person energy again. So it kind of feels like if you're involved with somebody, like they disappeared, but it has money is tied to this for whatever reason, you could be like, oh, you're somebody that you know is like somebody that you're tied to in the home environment. This could be like you're watching. I know it sounds bad. This could be like you're watching something, but your friends, like you could be outside looking into your 2 guy friends are like, this could be like a basketball game, and they're betting, like they're like, oh, who's gonna win, and they're like, oh, I put $10 on that person being found, or I put $10 on this game, what do you call it? This game being won by this team. And that's why I said somebody's just biting off more than they can chew. It has to do with greediness. So if it's actually food, it's greedy. If this is like money involving some type of bet, involving a heist of some kind, you're being questioned. Whatever it is, you're involved with something. You're being questioned with this two of air energy. I get hiding. Like you want to hide with this two of air energy here. Okay, there's hiding and there's also embarrassment for some reason. If I was right about sex toys, you could be asking like somebody you live with, can I borrow your? I mean, I don't know who does that. It could be a box of condoms, and they're like, can't you pay for this for yourself? Can't you just buy this yourself? And you may be trying to have sex with somebody, and you're asking somebody that you look your brother, or you're asking a dad or somebody for condoms or some type of contraception, and you're embarrassed because maybe your girlfriend sees you asking your guy friend or your father for this, and that's why you're embarrassed by this. Especially if you're trying to borrow condoms of some kind. I don't know who borrows sex toys, but if you're borrowing condoms, that makes sense with this kind of energy. And they're like, can you just, you could be taking more condoms than you really need. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Literally, what are you doing? Are you having sex like every other night? Like, what the hell is the deal? Your friends may be looking at you like, what that, literally, like, what are you doing? This kind of feels like if someone is a drinker, like if you're a drinker, this could also apply. It could be alcohol. It could be a drink. Somebody's a drinker. Somebody is betting. Somebody is very much into bets here with this kind of energy. Or you are, if it's not drinks, then it could be weed or some type of cocaine of some kind. And you're like, I'm going to give it back to you. Don't snort all of it. I'm going to give it back. So just an example. So if this actually applies, that you may be involved with a water-like energy, a Cancerian energy that does. They were getting that. Somebody does snort coke very heavily here. And you're like, can I get a ream? You're telling them, can I get a ream of coke or something? And they're like, you're like, I'm going to give you back or whatever. And they're like, you're biting off more than you can chew by taking more of a ream than you really need, or you're just doing something on purpose with the two of air energy here, or air sign energy is involved. You may be trying to get an air-like energy to get involved with something to do with money. I get Aquarius with this two of air energy. You're trying to, and I get mutual friends with this two of air and this 10 of water energy here. You, a water sign and an air-like energy. It could be two. There could be three dudes. But I get a threesome energy, so there is a third person involved in a bet and gambling. I'm actually getting the vision of like three guys and with a table of checkers, like betting, like bets, like gambling with this two of air energy. It doesn't have to be men; it could be women as well that you live with, and you're betting. I get perfume with this two of air energy here. So I don't know. Are you borrowing perfume? But there's saying must two of air energy here. So I don't know what the hell is. So it could be somebody's room. It could be somebody's house I see. That's why somebody's embarrassed. So you may be embarrassed. Like you're asking somebody you live with for perfume. You may have company over. And you're asking somebody for perfume. You're like, the room may smell, the room may be musty. Someone's clothes may be musty. Two of air energy here. And you're embarrassed by the fact that you have to ask your friend for perfume. You're embarrassed because you have to ask for condoms. I get short change, and you may have just had short change on you, and you're like, you're gonna get this, you're gonna give your mom back, or you're gonna give your sister back. Could be food, money. You borrowed money without asking. They did this to you. And you're like, you need to get your life together. Two of air energy here. I get you're contemplating parting ways from someone that it has something to do with somebody's body. That somebody may perspiration with this kind of energy. Someone may be they sweat. Like this could be during sex. Somebody sweats a lot, but their body, like it's an air-like energy. Their body, it's a water sign that you're dealing with or an air sign. You choose. But it feels like this is more so in the home environment. Like you're contemplating leaving somebody, either an air sign or a water, like because somebody has an odor. Somebody has it's a feminine odor. Two of air energy here. Somebody's got a feminine odor, but like you either I don't know. It's not bad. Like feminine odors, it's a natural thing, but it's you're embarrassed by it for some reason. Or whoever you're seeing, if you're a dude, you're talking to an air-like energy or water-like energy that you're dating, you're seeing, you want condoms, you're about to sleep with them. And they're like, I didn't wash. I have to wash first. Whatever the situation is here. But it's embarrassing to you or them. And you're like, what the hell is going on here? I get Facebook page. You're contemplating shutting down your Facebook page, or another energy is contemplating. You did something wrong here. So you either put somebody on blast about their order, about sex, about something to do with condoms or money. Like you may have put somebody on blast about that, and they're the ones that are embarrassed, or you're embarrassed. And that's why they're shutting down their Facebook page, or that's why you're shutting down your Facebook page here. But I get moving back together. Like you may have hurt somebody really bad here, that you may have met somebody who was like, they were down on their luck for some reason. Either they weren't getting along with their family members and you try to help them, but something happened. Like there could have been a disagreement, there could have been an argument of some kind, and they're trying to either get back at you or you're trying to get back at them here. But they've deceived you. They're like, you slept with her too? You slept with him too? But they're somebody's just bringing it out, like they're out. Somebody's bringing it out, and it's very embarrassing. Two of air energy here. It has to do with odor, money, condoms, food, borrowing shit that doesn't belong to you. But I was getting sex toys, so maybe you it could be an air-like energy or water sign, whoever the energy is, or you. Somebody borrows somebody's sex toys, and you're like, I need to throw this shit out now. That's crazy. Somebody may have borrowed something that was very intimate of yours, like lingerie, and you're like, what the hell are you doing in my lingerie? Could be your sister borrowed your lingerie. It's an air-like energy, and you're like, dude, should I lock this person out? Should I lock her? Should I lock her up? And this has something to do with somebody like this is not home. And this is external, but this is happening at home for some reason, where there may be jealousy involving you in an air-like energy or water sign energy. This could be like 3 roommates, 3 girls that they live together, 3 dudes that live together. But somebody is there taking advantage of you. You're taking advantage of them by using their things. They're not asking for it. You're not asking for it. They're borrowing your sex toys. They're borrowing your money, your pocket change. Or you're just embarrassed for the fact that you have to ask your guy friend or your girl that's a friend for condoms or for lingerie. And you're like, don't you have money? Don't you have money? Don't you have your own money to have air energy here? But it's a split. You either want to stay with them or you want to split from them. They live with you. Like this could be housemates. But I keep getting musty. Like something is musty about somebody here. And there's embarrassment, and you want to shut down your Facebook page. Or they want to shut down their Facebook page because you put them on blast. Whatever, that's such a feminine order. Like you could be having sex with someone who you let them live with you or something, but they have a feminine order, or it's a cult situation where you're like, I'll give you back your ream, I'll give you back your money here. 8 of Earth energy. I get this 8 of Earth. You're working hard to reconcile differences with your family members. If it's a sister or a friend or a girl that you call your sister as a friend here, or as a mother, or somebody who is like, somebody's getting their freak on at a very old age. They're up there in age, and that could be where the embarrassment is coming from. Maybe you kind of see, like, maybe somebody's too old to be doing something. Maybe you feel like somebody's too old to be freaking. I don't know. Is the way their sex toys or lingerie, they're asking you for these things. Or somebody's telling you that you're too old for this. You're too old for what to be wearing this tight. This doesn't have to be anything sexual. It could just be money. You're too old to be asking me for money. You should have a job already. This could be a sister that's older than you, or a brother that's older than you. Like, you're too old for this. Like, literally, you're too old for this. The 8 of Earth energy, you're working hard. You may be working hard, and you're like, there's energies around you in the home environment or the work environment where, don't you have your own shit? Like, why do I have, what do I look like? I'm supporting you. You're old enough to take care of yourself. 2 of Air energy here. This could be like you're dating somebody, or you're telling your sister to take care of her body. Or you're telling your brother or whoever, or you are that brother that this is happening to you, or you are that sister that this is happening to you. That your sibling or your mother is telling you something that is in front of your sex partner, that you need to take care of yourself, or you need to get a job. Whatever the situation, 8 of Earth energy here. It's just embarrassing. It's a really out there kind of situation with the Earth element being here. Or you are that person that's working hard, and there's energies around you that they're trying to use your money. And you're fully capable of working. You're fully capable of washing your own clothes. You're fully capable of taking care of your feminine self, your whatever body, your room, smelling, or whatever the situation is here. Oh God. The work environment is in the future. Something that you tried to keep at home is coming into your workplace environment, unfortunately, only because I feel like you may be talking about this, but it's a joke to you. So you could be talking about this is happening, like my sister did this, can you believe? This feels like you're chatting, like you're in the future, you're going to work and you're telling your coworkers that, my sister asked me for lingerie, or my brother asked me for condoms the other day, and they grown ass, they're grown. They're grown as hell. Or did you know that my mother-in-law came in and told my boyfriend or my husband that he needs to do this, that, and the third? But it's just embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You're venting in the future. You're venting with your coworkers about it, and they're laughing about it. 10 of air energy here. I get deception with an air-like energy. So they could have did this to you, or you did that to them. But it isn't your instinct. So it may be you. You're thinking that you hurt somebody's feelings, and it could be this air-like energy here. I get a Libra, or I get Libra. I always hear, whatever sign I hear first, I go with that, but it could be any air sign or any sign that you're dealing with here. It could be a Libra-like energy. They're asking you for condoms. And you're like, can't you buy your own? Or they're saying, can't you buy your own? Or for food, money. Somebody is, they're trying to salvage, like they're trying to, that's why I said there was greed. You're living with someone, they're greedy. 10 of air energy, they're greedy. They're biting off more than they can chew. But they have somebody, you may be using your intuition if it's food. I get something about crack here with this kind of energy. You're using your intuition, that may be an air-like energy. Like somebody is a coke or crack, like they're on it, like hardcore. And that could be what's causing like a chemical imbalance in their head, or it's causing like a chemical imbalance in the brain because they're smoking something too much. They're smoking cigarettes too much. And that's why they're asking you for food like crazy. They're like, they got munchies, and it's like all your food, you go shopping and all your food is gone. Or you're the one that's eating all the food because you have munchies, and they're telling you, you're eating up on my shit. Are you going to buy me this stuff again? And you're like, nah, man. You're walking around, you're high, you're tipsy. They're high, they're tipsy. They're stumbling around, they're stumbling up and down the steps. And you're like, I need this person, I need them gone. Like, I can't date this person, I can't live with her anymore. I can't live with him anymore. Dude, man, woman, brother, sister, boyfriend, girlfriend. They're just not good. They're just not good. 10 of air energy. You are the one that's deceiving her, this is you that you're doing this. Or you're doing this to somebody, or a parent, or a sibling, or a friend that you live with, housemates. That's something that they do in New York now. There's housemates. There's like a private house, and then everybody lives in their own section, or they have their own room in a private house, in a private building. That could be this kind of situation. Like you rent out an apartment with people that you don't really know. That could be a situation. But like they're like, this not their place to ask you for condoms. Like, this not their place. Like this could be someone you live with, you barely know. If this is not like your close family or friend, this is someone that you barely know. This could be a coworker. Like I said, you're venting. This could be that you're telling your coworkers about another coworker, that you're talking about their odor, or you're talking about their hair, or some type of smell, some type of feminine something. But I'm being drawn to a Piscean-like energy. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm being drawn to a Pisces energy. That could be your coworker. Because once I started talking about coworker, I got Pisces. At home is the air-like energy. Could be in work too, but I get home is more so with air. Okay? Your accomplishment is the 7 of water. I get apologies. You may be in your head thinking that maybe you should apologize to someone here. But I get turned on, or turning something on, like you could be turning the TV on, or you're turning something on, like you're turned on by something. I don't know what the deal is. 7 of water energy here. So it could be a sex act. You're turned on by somebody, water sign energy, or that's just your coworker. You're turned on by something that somebody's doing. But it's like you're missing something. It's like you're missing condoms. You could be like, this could be foreplay. 7 of water energy with the 10 of water here. You could be like in the middle of foreplay, and you're like, I don't want to get pregnant, or I don't want to get her pregnant. And then you got to stop what you're doing. Like all of a sudden, all the adrenaline is coming out of you, and you're like, you got to stop what you're doing you got to go to the store and buy condoms. But to avoid that, you're just asking somebody in the home. And that's why I said that's where the embarrassment is coming from. Or it's an air-like energy. They're in mid-high, or they're in mid-sex, and they're asking you to roll to the store for them. You're asking them to go to the store. Whatever you're doing, or you're drinking. Whatever it is, it's not somebody's place to do it. So if it's in a workplace environment, or it's you feel like it's not your place, somebody's too old, they can take care of their shit themselves. Whatever. I feel like you're venting to your coworkers though. If it's a Pisces energy, it could be you're talking about a Pisces, you talking about them to somebody in the home, or you're going to work and you're doing that. You have the 9 of Earth energy here. Very interesting. 9 of Earth for your spiritual self. I get you're receiving gifts with this 9 of Earth energy. But I get that something doesn't even belong to you, or doesn't even belong to somebody here with this kind of energy. Very interesting. Like you may have, I don't know. I was getting that heist-like energy. You may be, I get recognition. You may be receiving recognition. It could have been an idea. This could have been an idea that you did that is going down here. This could have been an idea that an air-like energy brought to your attention, or somebody in the workplace, but it's not your idea, or it's not their idea. Air-like energy. And that's why you're like, this is not your place. This doesn't belong to you. You're taking things that do not belong to you. 7 of water energy is kind of like, that's why you feel guilty. You feel there's a karmic energy surrounding this. 10 of air being in your instincts. You may have taken an idea, or you actually took something from somebody, or someone took something from you without permission. Ideas, material things. But it's like, I refuse. 10 of Earth energy. It's like, you need to apologize. Your gut-wrenching intuition is telling you to apologize. And you're like, I refuse. But you're venting. Whatever you did, you may have hurt somebody's feeling at home. You may be telling your mom, you're too old to be wearing this. Mom, you're too old to be asking me for condoms. You may have went to work and you told somebody about your mother, or your sister, or your sibling, or you're talking to somebody in the workplace environment about somebody who you may have taken ideas from somebody who left the workplace environment, but you're talking to someone about how they had an odor. Or some type of, you could have slept with someone you work with. This is what this also looks like, or that you take classes with or something. And it's like you could have brought somebody over to your house and you had sex with them, air-like energy. But they're shy, but they're insecure about their body or something, or you are, and like they're putting it on blast, or you're putting it on blast. And you're going to work, or you're going wherever you're going, to your office, and you're laughing about it, or to your coworkers, but you feel like you need to apologize. So you got a couple of situations going on here. It's happening at home. You got a sibling that's asking you for money or stuff, or you're venting to your workplace buddies about somebody you slept with. You brought somebody you work with home, or somebody that you live with you brought to work. But this is like you brought your kid, you brought your child to work with you, and they're like, oh, I saw mommy do this, or it's like you brought your sibling to work to come visit, and they're like, oh, this is what they pulled one of your coworkers aside and told them some really private stuff that you didn't want to be out there. Oh, shout out for your mentality. I get father, dad doesn't need to be closer to dad for some reason. But I get rejection. That is the sign of Aries. You may be rejecting an Aries for some reason. I get dating. So this person, like, they want to date you, but it's like you rejected them for some reason here. That's interesting. Or it's a dad that you rejected. But I get because somebody was not around. Oh, now I see what's going on here. You could be, like, this could be like you live with your mother or your siblings, but there's an absent father. And, like, maybe, like, your mother is, like, asking you for money. And the dad is absent. There's an absent dad, and you don't want this dad back in your life or into your mother's life. But you feel bad. Apology. You feel like they want to apologize, or you want to apologize. You don't want somebody back in, but it's like you feel bad. Your mother's asking you for money. Your parents could have got a divorce, or your parents are separated for some reason. And it's like your mother's asking you for money, your sisters are asking you for money, you're thinking about dad. It's because dad left. Opposition with Oshala energy there. And you don't want them to come back in. That's the reason that somebody's asking you for this. And it could be a dad. This could be a dad. You don't want them back in. This could be like you kicked out. This could be your husband. This could be a brother that you kicked to the curb. Or it's somebody's dad. That is the reason why a family unit is not right. People are asking for money. Siblings are asking you for money. It could be like your father left your mother with children still, or your father, or you are older, and you left, and your father left you and your mother and your sister at a very young age, and now your mother's suffering financially. It could be to a passing. It could be like your father's gone, like, but it's like now it's like you got to be the man, or now you got to be the woman of the house. But at the same time, you may live with adults. Somebody's got childhood regression or something that they're still battling here. Air-like energy, or you. Water sign could be mom. Or these are just people that you live with. This could be an Aries-like energy. You don't want them to come back. Somebody may have stolen something from you in your home, and you don't want them to come back in if it's not a family member. What's changing for you is a message from water. I get mother with this energy. You are a mother, or you are communicating something to your mother here. I get divorced dad. So dad may have walked out. Dad may have walked out. If you're a woman, and you have a kid with this Aries like energy, Oshala, or it's a Taurus. It's a Taurus like energy that walked out. Could be in the workplace. You could apply this to work or home. Somebody just walked out. A motherly like energy. You are that mother, or dad walked out, and it's like, I still need you. I still need you here. I don't want you to leave yet. But it's changing. This communication, I got a job is the energy that I get here. So your mother's telling you, but you don't want dad back. I was getting divorced. You don't want some fatherly-like figure. You don't want them back again. And it could be a Taurus or an Aries-like energy. Or somebody, a housemate of some kind. Somebody did something wrong, either in the workplace. You could have slept with somebody in the workplace. And you could have brought somebody home that you work with, and it's like they were going through your things. You slept with them. They were going through your stuff or somebody else's stuff. And it's like they got to go now. Or you're telling your mom, divorce dad. Because dad was cheating. I saw dad locking lips with a stripper. Or it's your dude friends, your guy friends, your girlfriends, and your girlfriend's telling you that she saw your boyfriend locking lips with somebody. Interesting. Your resolution has the 10 of fire here. There's a heavy burden with you traveling back to work. You don't want to face people in the workplace environment. So you may have slept with somebody in the workplace. Somebody's using something against you. But it's karmic. It's also a very karmic in nature. And I was getting all that bets, so it could have been like you were doing bets with someone at home or bets with someone you work with. But they're like I bet you're not going to sleep with her, or I bet you're not going to sleep with him. But it's like they're talking about it to people that you don't want them to know this. You don't want them to know. Or your dad, literally, your dad is sharing things with you, confiding in you about stuff that he doesn't want your mother to know. Oh, I slept with this. Oh, dad asked me for condoms for his side chick. Or you're that dude or that woman that you asked your sister or your brother for condoms, and it's embarrassing, and they want to shut their Facebook page down. Or you slept with somebody in the workplace environment, and it's like they're doing something really very embarrassing. They're saying something embarrassing, or you're venting. Or you took something from someone who left the workplace environment. Or you said something bad about someone who left the workplace environment. Somebody was bad. You're saying that someone was bad in bed. It could have been a coworker. Somebody's too grown. Whoever it is, air-like energy. Somebody's too grown to be asking you for lingerie, asking you for condoms. In the home environment, they're using your things. All right. So you apply that to, this feels like you're going to work. Whatever's going on at home, vice versa, whatever's going on at work, you're venting to your family members about what's going on. I don't feel that too heavily. I feel like something's happening at home that you're bringing it into you're venting about it in the workplace environment, and there's embarrassment. I get laughing. Somebody's laughing about it. There's giggles and laughs. That's why I get apologies. So this could have happened to your sibling. Could have been asking you, your sibling, like literally, or your friend, or your friend that's a girl or a guy. They could have been like, dude, you got condoms, you got food, but it's at the most inopportune time. Like it's like right when you're in the middle of it's literally like right in the middle of when you're having sex or something. or they're calling you for some shit. They're like, you're like, they need to get off this habit. Somebody, your friend that you live with, water sign energy, air like energy, somebody needs to get off of some habit, drug habit, coke habit, reams. And you're talking about, you're going to work and you're talking about it. And you're like, you may have promised. This old Charlotte energy doesn't have to be a dude. It could be you. You're like, you're the emperor. You're supposed to be, you're supposed to, the emperor is all about keeping secrets to me, like a key holder, like a secret keeper. It's in your mentality and you're using your intuition that maybe I shouldn't share this with people in the workplace. Whatever. So what's going on at home, you're sharing at work. What's going on at work, you're sharing at home. But I feel whatever's starting at home, you could be bringing whoever you work with whoever you work with, you're bringing them home, and something happened with your coworker at home, or something happened with a friend that you brought home, or a sibling. But it's like there's an embarrassment, so you're talking about it to your coworkers, or your siblings are coming to work, or your friends or they're showing up to your workplace, they're tapping on your door and they're telling you what the deal is, but it's embarrassing, or you're in the middle of doing something, and that's where the embarrassment is coming from. The middle of working, the middle of making love, eating. Somebody's high all the time, and you may be talking to your coworkers that I have a sibling that they're getting high and drunk all the time, or you're venting to people about that about yourself. But whatever it is embarrassing. All right, so your outcome, Virgo. The Magician. I get conceal secrets. I get something with drugs. So you may be doing drugs on the side or behind the scenes, or some energy is around you that they're doing that. It could be that Oshala energy. And that could be where the embarrassment is coming from. A Taurus or Aries like energy. It's either a dad or some type of dude that's a friend, or it could be a woman as well. Or this air-like energy, and it's embarrassing, and you're sharing it. You're venting to your coworkers, like you're trying to get insight to see, does my sibling need therapy? Does my father need sex therapy? Or maybe you think somebody's a sex addict. Your mentality, Oshala, Aries or Taurus energy, or the air-like energy, or somebody needs rehab. Water sign energy, somebody's on coke. Or you need rehab for you're trying to be like, do I need help? Do I need to see a doctor? Sex therapist can be like somebody may be addicted to sex, so their mind needs to be observed. It could be your father. That's why I said your mother. You're telling your mother, divorce dad. I saw dad sleeping. I saw dad doing something, and you feel bad. You feel like dad should apologize, or you are that dad that should apologize if that's you. If this is you, that you did this, you ran out on your wife or your girlfriend and left the kids to go to a strip club and have sex with a stripper. This could have been a stripper. You're a dude or a woman too. You could be already seeing somebody, and you may have went out with your coworkers and you went to a strip club or some dance hall or something, Webster Hall or something. But you brought the person home that was at the strip club or the dance hall. You brought them home. And it's like your sister's bringing that out online, but you don't want somebody to know, or your dad or your boyfriend is bringing it out online, but you don't want your friends to know or your mom to know. But it's venting. You're talking about it at work. So it's either this is a friend that you're chilling with, and you're telling your friend, that you're telling your coworkers about your friend has a habit of drugs, coke, drinking too much, sex too much. And they're asking you for condoms. You could be housemates with a coworker. You could be housemates with some type of coworker. But whatever it is, you're bringing it out, or somebody's bringing it out. It's an embarrassing. They're like, oh, they did this at the strip club. Oh, they were on top of the pole doing this, and it's like they already have a boyfriend. You need to get a divorce. I saw dad doing this. Or your friend, it's your dude, it's your girlfriends, or your girl, and this is your girlfriends that you're out with them and this is happening. You're trying to hide it, Magician card. It's happening to you, you're the one that's doing it, you're trying to hide it, or you're trying to protect your friend or a family member. Mom needs money, dad is out throwing money up in the air to strippers or something, or dad is an alcoholic, or you got a coworker that's an alcoholic, and you're trying to hide that. Somebody's trying to conceal. There's ego involved here. Somebody is trying to conceal who they really are, who they truly are. Ego. Somebody's a little bit egotistical. I'm looking at the Oshala energy, Taurus or Aries. Somebody's very prideful in what they do. And they could have done, somebody could have done something that was very I don't know what would be the opposite of, somebody could be very posh, like they're very bourgeoisie in the workplace, and they're like, you go out with them and they're like a totally different person. They're a totally different person, and you're like, you don't want to tell somebody, you don't want to tell people this. You're trying to conceal it, or it's you're a totally different person when you go out from your workplace environment and home. All right, Virgo, let me know how it resonates with you. Please be well, be blessed, and take care. Peace.